You can play Costume Quest 2. You can play Hotline Miami 2. And you can play Dead Island 2. You know, indie games. I mean, there's also like 3 other Dead Island games you can play on the show floor, I guess. I guess you can't play the MOBA. I'm sorry, 2 games. And then the last thing about this segment here, one thing I like to do at PAX is I look for, not Nintendo, I look for third-party, indie or otherwise, that have a Wiimote or the tablet. People that are showing their games on a Wii. Because I feel like people that are making those games don't come to PAX that often. And I found one, so if you want to play Sonic Boom, you can do it with a Wiimote. Right there, that's it. Just Sonic Boom.
That's the single Wii game that you
That's a single Wii game that's not a Nintendo game.
Wow.
So who here wants to play Sonic Boom? Yeah, all right.
Now,
you're okay.
The
Sonic
thing
fans never die.
I've also learned at PAX is that there are people that are super excited about Sonic games. There was a real long line for Sonic 4 a couple years ago. Yeah. This particular game had an incredibly long line, and it's like, okay, I guess it makes sense then. It starts to make sense when you realize that there are people that are into it.
So speaking of Sonic and the theme of your panel, breaking down the internet, if you ever want a good, maybe the best internet rabbit hole, go down the Sonic fan art rabbit hole. There is amazing. You could
Especially
do
the DeviantArt corner.
You could do an entire show based on Sonic fan art.
Now, I will say the subset of that I enjoy the most is original characters. People that draw their own original characters in the Sonic universe.
Yep.
Well, I mean, all you need to do is Google your name, the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Your name, the Hedgehog, is that's the way to go.
With a lot of stuff.
My favorite subgenre is the romantic pregnancy aspect of it.
There's
where
a lot of
female
pregnancy.
characters are always pregnant, and one of the Sonic characters is like very lovingly like kissing the belly or whatever, and it is horrifying.
Yeah. And there's always like the anime like tears, giant tears just flying off of them. I don't know.
There's also the subgenre of religious Sonic fan art.
Yes.
Because
that's the weirdest.
My thought process is that these are kids that are very religious, and they're allowed to play some video games, but not all the video games.
Yep.
And maybe they're like, well, if I make it religious, it makes it more okay that I like Sonic.
It doesn't, but yes, you're right.
Look, I'm just trying to be positive.
Yeah. Sonic is just another in a line of like the classic Jesus character in fiction. He's got to go fast.
Yeah. He probably has died and come back.
Oh.
I mean, you know,
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
Halos, exactly.
Where does Eggman fit into like biblical lore?
Where does Shadow fit in?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Knuckles betrays him. I mean, that's clear.
Yeah.
Tails.
That's a different
I'm
panel.
gonna move
Unpacking the
on
religious
that
themes
joke.
of Sonic. That'll be next year.
Google it afterwards is great.
So I'm going to move on to our next segment. I had a segment for this show all ready to go. I was very excited about it. But what often happens with these shows, sometimes a story breaks during the week leading up to my show, and I have to be like, I need to talk about this now. I can't wait. So we'll go this just in. So you may have read about this. It blew up a little bit this week. There's a series of commercials, only online, for Pizza Hut in Japan. And we're gonna watch the big one here, and just so you guys get a sense of what's going on. Maya's up at speed.
So happy
This is
about
new to me, so.
Yeah, I've not
Oh
seen
god.
this. Checks out so far. Detch.
Yep.
Detch is not a name.
It is now.
Detch.
So what?
Detch.
Yeah.
Oh, that is magical.
So suppose there's one Pizza Hut in Japan run exclusively by cats. And then you made a bunch of videos about that and put them on the internet in Japan. So we'll look at a couple of these. They're all pretty short and pretty great.
Same.
Oh, that's classic Detch.
That's all that was. They were just like, you know what people want to see? These cats dressed up like they work at a Pizza Hut. We don't need to do much more than that. And then they did. They did more than that. Don't worry about it.
Pizza Cat report.
Yep. It's Yep. That's it. Don't worry, there's more. This is a tease. This image is a tease though.
I don't like the way he's straddling that seat.
No.
Cats don't do that.
His hat is so cute.
So here's something I have to point out, guys. There's a bunch of these. We're gonna look, I think, one more after this. There's no pizza in any of these videos. There is no pizza. There's an oven with like a fake thing in front of it to look like there's fire going on. There's no pizza in these Pizza Hut commercials. It's just like, you guys like cats here.
Yep.
Don't
Pizza
talk
Cat.
about the pizza.
Have you ever seen a Pizza Hut pizza? They're better off.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at this.
yeah, this is the best one. This ad agency understands the internet pretty well. They get it. They know what people like.
It is not cheap to get a cat to ride on a Roomba, by the way.
No.
That is not something just every cat does.
No.
Yeah. They had to pick the right cat, and they were like, we can't use this cat for anything else.
Yeah.
He
That's-
only sits on a Roomba.
That's exactly right.
Look, that fire thing is the closest thing to pizza there is in any of these commercials. That fake oven display.
Are cat hats a thing? Because he's wearing a cool cat hat, and I would buy that for my cats.
If there is a clothing item in the world, there is a cat
There's
version
gotta
of it.
be. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's
So
true.
that's something that, like, this week I was like, oh, yeah, I have to talk about this on the show.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't wait until my next show to talk about it.
No, I'm glad we did. Ditch.
I know, right?
Where did they get that name?
I don't know.
Ditch.
It's
Ditch.
probably a
It's real
pizza
fun
topic.
to say.
I plan on naming my firstborn that now.
Shenmue 2: The Adventures of Ditch.
So,
I already made
can't-
that.
yeah.
Shenmue 3: The Adventures of
Okay, there we go.
Ditch. I don't play those shitty games.
I mean, if Shenmue 3 was just
Sorry,
a cat
guys.
Pizza
Slow
Hut,
down.
I mean, if it was just a cat Pizza Hut, I'd play Shenmue 3. If that was the simulator, you
Yeah.
work at a Pizza Hut with
Sure.
cats.
Yeah.
Domino's kind of has the market cornered on pizza simulators.
Yeah, they're
You
nailing
order a
it.
pizza on Domino's
I would play-
online. It's amazing.
I played just the Roomba game.
Yeah.
Cat riding a Roomba.
Yep, Roomba
Yeah.
cat.
Shenmue 4. Roomba.
Roomba cat.
Roomba cat.
So we'll go to our last segment that I've prepared before we get to our guest segment. It's called Games Remixed, Repurposed. I found some weird things. Some people have done some fun edits of games and game footage, and there's always fun. And I thought, I'm going to share those with people. This first one takes a little while. It's a good laugh, and then it takes a little second before it gets good, so we'll talk about it while it happens. But here we go.
Come on board.
Yeah, I figured you're on board, but like I said, it takes a second, and then you'll be pretty pleased with what's happened.
Ah, yes.
Oh, wow. Holy shit.
Oh man, Beetlejuice. You gotta choose Beetlejuice.
Choose a Mr. Mom.
Choose Beetlejuice. Multiplicity.
Multiplicity.
Multiplicity. Oh, yes, multiplicity.
3, huh?
Night shift. Mr. Mom. Johnny Dangerous. Gung Ho. Touch and go.
Don't remember that
The
one.
Squeeze. Beetlejuice.
That's not.
Cleveland Soda.
Yeah.
The Dream Team. Batman. Pacific Heights. One good cop.
Oh god.
That's not right. Oh, Jack Frost. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jack
Oh, I
Frost.
just got it right, Jack Frost.
Yes.
You're a real nice girl, and I like you a lot. But for right now, shut up.
I don't know why that was the Batman CD picks, but I don't know. Yep. Baby. Oh, he got baby mentality on that one. Yeah.
I'm the ghost with name. You know,
This is a long video, and he just goes through every single. Yeah.
What to do about nothing. I like
There are a surprising number of Michael Keaton movies I've never seen.
Yeah, some of these I'm like, nope.
multiplicity.
Yeah.
Inventing the atoms. Jackie Brown.
I don't know.
Desperate measures. Out of sight. Uncredited.
This is way better than
Jack Frost.
IMDb.
A shot of glory.
A Mark Knopfler soundtrack.
White noise.
Yep.
Herbie fully loaded.
Oh my god.
God.
Yeah, it's cars.
The last time.
I don't know.
Never
What that
heard of
is.
What the
That
hell
looks
is
like
that?
direct to video. That looks direct to video.
Also, what happened to Brendan Fraser's eyes in
I
that?
don't know. That's what yeah. So that was just. I have to imagine that it was an in-joke that became video.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the website if you want to know more about them. This next one takes some classic footage and reuses it, I think, very smartly.
USA,
Some of you may have seen this before.
round one, fight!
Oh, Benny.
Punch those cars. Punch those cars.
Perfect.
What is he even
You
doing?
win.
Look, I don't begin to know what the
No, I
parts of.
do.
Church looks awesome.
Round one, fight! Shinku Hadouken! Yeah! Huh! Yeah! Hadouken! Round two, fight! Shinku Hadouken! You win!
Oh, everybody's dizzy. Yep, that's a sound effect.
USA. Round one. Fight. One.
What? What?
Look, I don't know. I don't know why that happened.
Why do they deck each other in these churches?
I don't know.
Constantly.
I don't know.
God.
Because God.
Is the eye bleeding? Wow.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Island.
This
That was
is.
my favorite.
Yeah, we're gonna watch most of this video. We're not gonna see the
Okay.
whole damn thing, but we're gonna watch most of it because it's pretty great.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't.
Tiger uppercut.
I get. It's laying of hands. I think. I don't know. It's.
Tiger.
Well, that lady did not help well. I don't know.
Island. Round one. Fight. Psycho Crusher.
As you might be able to
That
tell,
was
we were
good.
waiting for that one.
that
Yeah,
was
that was the one I knew we had to get
That
to.
was the good one right there.
Yeah,
Psycho Crusher.
yeah.
How
It
many
is genuinely pretty
You
impressive to be
win.
able to channel God through your blazer.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Like, that's good.
That is a
Yeah.
good ass blazer.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Okay. This last video is a game edit. The particular person who does this does a lot of these things. I like to think he just takes two great things and just puts them together, makes it something even better. I'm sure you'll all agree with me when I say that nothing could be better than the following video. That's right. It's Luigi in Sonic Generations. Just Luigi act everyone's favorite Sonic game with Luigi.
I'm so fucking angry at you right now.
Yep. Luigi's got to go fast.
You're taking something that is beautiful and pure in the form of Luigi and just
Yeah.
ruining it. Just top to bottom.
Now, the only way to make this video better if that was Waluigi. That would take it right over the top as far as I'm concerned. What? It's not depressing. This is the best, guys.
It's depressing.
I mean, it's all the good parts of Sonic without Sonic. Like,
You're the worst.
I mean, yeah, if Yoshi, yeah, I'll take it. Okay, yeah, if this was Yoshi running real fast, collecting rings, I'd be super into it as well.
It's really bad.
Yeah. But I will say, it's pretty well done.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Sure. That's not the point.
yes,
is
it's
it?
a well-made nightmare. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It hurts me effectively, yes.
Yeah. Look, he's flying now.
Pat,
Like
this
he
is
was
worse than most of the videos I've shown.
What? No, that is not true.
This,
I'm actually kind of with Pope on this one.
What?
I watched the weird one with the Russian people throwing babies around, and this
They
is
were
actually
not
worse.
throwing babies. They were not throwing them. They were balancing them strangely.
There was
We're gonna
throwing
move on.
involved.
We're gonna move on. All right. That's part of the show where my guests send me emails of videos and stuff they want to talk about. We kind of figured out categories for each video. Just trying to figure that out there. We're gonna start with Maya. Maya, I like to title our segment here like out of context Japanese.
Yeah. What the fuck, Japan?
Yeah. What the fuck, Japan? Because without the proper context, these videos are really fucking weird.
Yeah, basically because we are culturally ignorant.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
It's mostly on us.
yeah, it's our
it is
fault.
on us. It's for sure on
Yeah.
us. Although, we'll watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's watch this first one.
Alright.
Maya, you tell us, because I know. What do you think this is?
So I think maybe they're buying a home. Maybe. And this dog is going to give them at a really, really good mortgage rate. And those guys on the ground, we're going to give them a not so good mortgage rate. And this dog is going to... This dog saves them!
Yeah.
Saves them with the power of guru 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 guru.
Are the women in the sailor suits supposed to be like real estate witches? Like,
Yeah,
what is that?
Right. So my theory is that we might have to watch it again. But my theory is that like there's all these people, right? And she's saying goodbye to them. That's my face. They're real sad.
Oh, maybe they represent like renting.
So
She's moving from renting to owning a home.
this is part of a series of commercials that started airing in 2007 in Japan for SoftBank. This is the Shirato family. That dog is the father of the family. That is the father and husband of the family. Everyone else is normal, but there's also a dog, and they never explain it.
What?
And it's part of a series of
you're being
commercials.
culturally ignorant.
So what's
That's on
the
me.
eagle?
That's on me.
I don't know what the eagle. I think the eagle is just
America.
helping them.
Kudos to Japan for making the most diverse family I've ever seen.
Oh, it's pretty diverse. Yeah,
That was a pretty diverse
I mean,
family.
the
When your
dog is the
a dog
dad.
is a dad. That's pretty diverse.
Yeah, Shirato family, and it became like kind of this like big deal. Like the commercials get very good ratings. Like when they introduce a new commercial, it does very well for a number of years.
Yeah, I mean, I think guru 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 guru
Yeah.
is like a great way to
yeah.
propel yourself through the air by your tail while
Yeah.
being carried by an eagle inside a home. So
It's pretty good. Whoa, apologize.
I apologize.
All right, this next one, I think you guys have watched this video. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sorry I'm showing you this.
Where does it hurt?
My stomach. ちゃんと痛いけど痛い。救急車を呼んでもらったからといって安心はできません。しっかりと自分の状態を相手に伝えましょう。
I have a bad case of diarrhea.
私はひどい下痢です。
Wait, it gets
I
better.
have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea.
Learning is fun. Learning is fun.
I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of
Okay,
diarrhea.
so basically it's the most efficient way to learn and exercise simultaneously, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a useful thing to know if you're traveling and you get diarrhea, is how to say
肩に手を当て
and look fit while saying it. I have bad case of diarrhea.
This is one of those internet videos that when you see it, you're like, oh, I saw this like in like 2001 or whatever. But every couple of years it becomes like viral again.
So my favorite part about this video is not actually just this video. It's that the context is that there's a whole series of them, and they go through everything from like dating tips, like they teach you how to ask someone if they're taken, and then tell them they have lovely eyes, and then like toast them and stuff. But they also teach you how to like deal with the fact that you got robbed. So there's one where she's like, "I was robbed by 2 men," and it's like, it's
But the thing is, like the song,
It's useful, I guess. I don't know.
I bet you remember. You're like, wait, what was the beat for what I need to say? And then you'd be able to say it.
Yeah.
You'd like start doing the hand motions. And you're like, oh wait, I have diarrhea.
It's
Why am I making hand motions? I'm really hurt right now.
I think for me, it's the guy's voice when he's repeating it before they do the exercise. He's like, "I have a bad case of diarrhea."
Yeah.
Like,
Let
"You're
me
the best,
call you
man."
an ambulance. All right, we'll look at our last video for you.
Oh, right.
This looks like Fantasia.
なんか飛び込むの怖くて情けなやディーラーをここへ今こそプニエ様の体温に報いる時ではないのか何を迷うことがあろうぞ
Very intense, guys, so be careful.
Oh no! Oh my god! This is like the worst episode of VeggieTales ever.
This gag is pretty good.
It's just like Lord of the Rings.
What are we teaching children here exactly?
He's just so strong.
So, Maya,
Yes.
what do you think that anime is about?
Well, okay, because it's anime and I have very limited knowledge of anime, I assume it's about a bunch of magical teenagers in high school.
Oh, that's
That
pretty
seems
cool.
reasonable.
Is it?
Sure.
Yeah,
Logical conclusion I jumped to.
So I'm going to butcher this, so I apologize. Dai Maho Toge is the name of this anime. It is a comedy, manga, and OVA parody of Magical Girl series.
Right, so you
so it
called
is
it.
comedy on purpose.
Okay.
And most of the comedy is parodying that. And there's like a magical princess girl that ends up in she for some reason has to finish high school in Japan, like regular, quote unquote, regular Japan. So weird, because she's magical, weird magic stuff happens all the time. Like
Right.
the vegetables become alive and make themselves into curry to help her pass cooking class.
Well, they're just the strongest vegetables I've ever known.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a real connection with
That
them, and
that big-eyed salute that the potato does as he turns, it is pretty great.
It's the onions crying that makes
So
it
in
will not be
context,
forgotten.
these things make more sense. They're still weird, but they make a bit more sense in context.
And I feel like, again, like I suppose my view on a lot of these things that I don't understand, like the potato peeling himself
Yeah.
is a reference to something cultural.
Yeah.
But I just don't relate to that, right? So to me, the potato just decided to peel himself, and it's hilarious.
He made the ultimate sacrifice.
Right, and it's a potato, and then they say like your eyes are gone, and that's pretty funny.
I bet there are a lot of cultures that don't understand like the Old Spice commercials.
I don't understand the Old Spice commercial.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
understand
trying to
them
think of
either.
just a weird American thing.
But I'm Canadian,
Like
so
a
I
weird
mean-
American like commercial that like other people would be like without context they'd just be like I don't know what's happening.
For most furniture commercials.
Oh yeah.
They're always like local commercials. and,
commercials where like the couches
nonsense.
start talking.
Sure.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
See?
because they're lazy boys and like the
America's
mouths
weird.
open a little bit because they want to tell you about savings.
Maya, there is a furniture. This is no bird a lie. There's a furniture store near where we live that inside it has animatronic people and a gymnastic swing.
No,
and,
I don't like that. I don't like
That's
that.
super
Why?
And an IMAX theater.
Bring your
Inside the furniture.
To get to the IMAX theater, they make you walk through all the furniture store and
What are you gonna do? Buy
animatronics.
a lazy boy and take him
Yes.
in the movie with you, or
That
like,
is their entire business model.
This is why I left
Insane.
Massachusetts.
I mean, bring your kids.
Anyone
I
ever been
guess.
to Jordan's IMAX? No? I know you have. Oh yeah,
One
that
guy.
guy knows what's
One
up.
guy.
That guy
Good.
always knows how-
Local reference hit one guy.
Because they're a furniture store, their movie seats are actually very comfortable, and they're called butt rumblers. because they rumble your butt.
This has been Massachusetts Fact Hour.
You guys should all come up to PAX East.
Yeah, come
Actually,
on.
we're not.
IMAX.
We're definitely not done promoting Massachusetts stuff here. So
Okay.
That might have to be a segment at PAX East, which is like Pope's Boston Corner.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just planning my next panel. Great. All right. We're going to move on. We're going to check in with my friend and yours, Alex Navarro. Hello, Alex. So we'll look at that photo again because it's just a great photo.
It feels like it's a one step away from like your grade school photos where there were like lasers in the background.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
on the right, it's like trying to
What's
be
the
that.
source of this photo?
So the source of this photo is when we were purchased by the good people at CBS, we had to take promotional photos. And everyone in
As you do when you run a video game website.
Everyone in the San Francisco office got to do theirs all together, whatever. I had to go into the New York office to do mine. I was paired up with a woman who, her job there, I'm not really sure what it was, but she had a side business where she did wedding photography. So they said, you should take this picture of this person. And they did not tell her at all who I am or what was going on. So I went in there and she's like, yeah, so I guess I'm supposed to take your picture for something. And then she's like, all right, well, just stand against that thing. Took 2 shots and she's like, all right, we're done.
I think I've known you for about 7 years and never once seen you actually make that face or smile.
Well, the first time I didn't show my teeth and she's like, you're not smiling. And so that was my sort of half scared, like, okay. And she's like, that was good enough. So
Yeah.
hence
Too
again
bad-
why I look like a sociopath.
It's too bad she didn't like really do the research. She could have had like Pac-Man in the background or something, you know, something like video games.
Yeah, a
and
really
fun.
good timely reference to
Yeah.
video games. It would
What
make it a
I
lot
like-
more fun and
What I
frivolous, you
like
know?
to imagine a wedding photographer knows about video games. That's just me,
Yeah.
you know.
I definitely got the impression it was a very much like, this isn't my real job kind
Yeah.
of thing. So I was just sort of like impeding on her time.
I hate when they ask me to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
And then, you know, that photo has unfortunately stuck around for several years
Well,
now.
somebody
so
put it on the internet, and I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
fuck the internet.
Yeah, I'm not sorry.
I mean, we're celebrating it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Alex,
Yes.
so you sent me a bunch of videos, and we culled them down into like 2 categories that I think like pretty much are like Alex Navarro. We're gonna look at some video game stuff, and then we're gonna look at some wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You may or may not be aware, I am the world heavyweight champion of the entire video game industry. So, yes.
Yeah. Reigning champion, defended today.
Reigning defending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
defended his title just this morning.
I
Anyone
beat
there?
Greg Miller in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of you came out. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg Miller, not very good at wrestling. Or wrestling games.
He's really good at talking about wrestling, not so much actually playing the games or knowing anything.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he's a fantastic heel. I mean, of course, we're all doing a pretty
We're pretty
good
much
job.
all heels in that league,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is super weird.
Yep.
But
Pretty much.
Everyone but Trin.
anyway, so I have no idea what order you put these in. So
Okay, so here's the first one. This is a commercial,
yes.
and it's made the rounds on the internet a little bit, but it's just joyful.
It's my favorite video game commercial ever. I'm sure everyone here has seen it at least
yeah.
once, but if you've seen it, there's no reason you shouldn't want to see it again.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh. Wow.
You're really good at dancing, though.
Yeah.
Really good.
Just the sickest dance moves.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty
I
good.
don't understand why we haven't just learned this and
Look.
just, like,
All I'm saying is those skeleton costumes that have the skeleton in the front and the back,
Yeah.
that is a great
Legit.
piece of detail.
legit.
Like, that is legit great.
It's about on par with Bat Dance.
Yeah.
It's in the same vicinity, yeah. Yeah, I love everything about this, from the sick dance moves to the bizarre rap lyrics to the gender bending link. Just everything about it is awesome.
Yeah. And then everyone dances.
And yeah, the fists at the end.
Yeah.
So this needs to be in Dance Central.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck Dance Central
yeah,
you're
that's
making
right.
now.
Sure does.
And please buy Zelda for Super Famicom. Please.
Absolutely.
Nothing says Zelda like coordinated dance moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is just a beautiful piece of commercial making right there. So
See, and I think what's great about that is that crosses cultural boundaries because that was as awesome in Japan as it was in America in 1992 or whatever.
universally awesome.
Yeah.
And it's not a rap, which was most of video game commercials.
Well, that was definitely
Okay.
a whole lot of
you know,
rapping.
It's not focusing on the rapping. It's
No,
focusing
it's
on
kind of in the background, but yes,
Yeah. You know.
hip hop.
Pretty sure the moves were coordinated to the rap, but
Okay, some wrong.
What does the rap say? I don't actually.
I did.
Dedu. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good meter to it.
There's definitely dead,
Is that-
isn't there? All right, let's look at this.
I probably just did something racist. I'm sorry.
Alex, give me a little background on this video.
Okay,
Vlog,
so
we can talk over it.
there is this thing in Boston called Trash Night.
Trash night.
They do bad movie nights, and in between the bad movies, they show these interstitial videos cut together out of various
This is the
other
bad
things.
man. David White is a bad man.
So this is an
Convinced.
interstitial they edited together out of like this 45-minute game tips and tricks video.
To succeed in Data East's latest action-adventure, Bad Dudes, you must learn how to defeat the bosses at the end of each level. Use these techniques for best results.
And I kind of picked this because
To wear him down.
in very much a sort of like, as much as things have changed over the years, things are kind of the same, aren't they?
Yeah, this is Giant Bomb right here.
Yeah, this is YouTube content right here, more or less. But this is a thing they sold as a VHS.
Some game players are persistent enough to, when they first get a game, to sit down maybe for 2 or 3 days, not playing the game, just trying to work on codes, just trying to find the secrets into the programmers.
Checks out.
What?
Look, I
For all you
don't.
wrestling fans, WrestleMania from Acclaim lets you relive all of the bone-crunching holds of top WWF stars like Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Like if these guys were around and doing this today, they
Also-
would murder Total Biscuit. Just absolutely.
I love that that's the footage for the game they
Yep.
picked. They're like, just guys running around.
That's pretty much the only footage from that game that
When you do
exists.
this,
That game is
the
terrible.
rainbow will be invisible,
Oh,
and
look,
the
here's a
screen will
code
be
you
full of
wouldn't ever
numbers
want to
and
use.
letters and other
It
computer
makes the
gibberish.
map garbage in
When a man
Rambo.
appears, keep pushing up until you talk to him. Switch to the
Also,
screen
not even
with the
attempting to make
password
it
on
seem like he's
and write
talking
down
while
the
playing.
password.
It's just a static shot
That
of
power
him.
password, exclamation point, small x, small k.
No,
So you would
don't
like,
read it out.
you would have to pause the VCR and write that down. Because this had to be on VHS.
And it's just,
Up,
let's.
up,
Okay.
E, C, P, I, small q,
Oh God.
capital W, capital V,
Oh my God.
small d, s, small u, small g, n, capital W, small m,
Is it still
capital
going?
Q, capital G, capital R, G, small O, capital W at the beginning of 3, capital X, capital C, capital R,
Was that a
small
three?
P, A, small
Was that a
G,
3?
A.
Shoot.
You have your choice of using 1 or 5 family members, M, and that will start Rambo near the end, ready to do battle with the final guys.
You want to fly that spaceship. You know, you want to save the galaxy. You don't want to, just have to use your imagination in a video game.
I feel you.
Yeah, so they find this stuff. They are
Yeah, that's Trash Night.
fantastic film editors.
Yeah, as I say, you might have noticed there's some creative editing going on there. So
Yeah.
that's sort of the thing that Trash Night guys
And if I had
do.
tried to show any one clip from the whole 45-minute video, it would not have registered as well. So, how sick were those custom jackets?
I want.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
would go
good.
for those.
Like, right away, I just, there's just something about David White that I was not on board with.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, you could tell.
The kid, I'm like, yeah, you be in video game, like.
Those guys now run Game
codes.
Informer.
That David White guy looked like he played video games so he could be around kids in a
Yep.
real weird way.
Yep.
You know, like in a way that your parents wouldn't approve of. So,
That guy
yeah.
always has quarters. He always has
Yeah.
quarters.
Yeah, no, you want to come to the arcade, hang out with
Yeah.
me for a little bit, then you can go back to my van? Yeah.
But that kid,
No, that kid is awesome.
you know what? I'm just psyched for him. He got paid, I assume. He got something in order to, like, talk about video games on VHS tapes.
You want to fly that spaceship, man.
Yeah, you want to.
You
Gotta
wanna
use
save-
your imagination in video
you wanna
games.
Save the world, yeah.
But yeah, the more things change, the more they stay the same, Alex. That's basically, yeah.
If you want to be good at bad dudes, you got to learn to fight the bosses.
Yep. That's his big pro tip. You
Mm-hmm.
know, learn about the boss fights. All right, so that was video games.
That was video games. Now we're getting into wrestling.
Yeah, we got 2 wrestling videos. This first one,
I'm back to Japan.
You know what? Honestly,
Oh, nice.
I feel like you don't have to know anything. I think you could hate wrestling. You could, in your soul, despise wrestling and still find joy in this video. It transcends. And I've built it up, but I don't think I built it up even enough. Yeah, that's a 9-year-old kid in a comedy.
That child is 9 years old and he is working as a professional wrestler in Japan.
Yeah, a shining wizard right there. And then I love this clip because why did they put that in there? That's the only thing about the video that I think doesn't fit is he can't stop a bike. Oh, that's such a good gag. Oh.
I don't know what child labor laws are like in Japan, but I have some concerns.
You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to go, hey. Yep. Armbar.
It's a sick armbar.
Yeah. And
that rolling pin that's good.
That's a great roll up.
Yeah, so wrestling in Japan is super fucking weird.
Yeah. I mean, wrestling is,
especially like the indie leagues there, they get real weird. And the amazing thing is he's not the only kid who does this. There is a 9-year-old girl named Haruka who also does the exact same thing, and she is equally badass.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She's in a match with a gentleman, and he's not taking it seriously. And then she puts up a couple good moves, and then he like really tosses her into the ropes, and then I was like, nope. Done. I can't.
It gets a little rough.
It gets too real.
That's why I picked this one instead of the other one, because the other one gets a little dark.
Yeah.
In a way that I wasn't comfortable presenting.
Look,
so
there's no way you would know this unless you're really into stuff. But I work for and produce a comedy wrestling league in New York, and that little kid walking under the double clothesline. I'm so mad I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Like a clothesline you're too short to get hit by.
Yeah.
Is so funny. It makes me a little mad. It's that kind of a funny thing where you're like, no, it's so good. And then he's like, you've seen that in wrestling before, probably like that. Like, oh, he missed the roll. Oh, he thought he was going to go that way, and then he just gets hit in the back of the head. I'm like, that's classic wrestling. But that clothesline duck, not even a duck. Walk under. And he walks like this.
Very confidently.
It's a jaunty, like,
strut.
I know this isn't going to hurt me at all. It's great. This next video, Alex, I did try to do the research, and I don't know what's happening in it, but it's wrestling.
Let me set this up for a second here before we play it. So in the early 90s, the World Heavyweight Champion of WWF was the Ultimate Warrior, who is no longer with us, but as part of their promotional thing, someone thought it'd be a great idea for this Phil Collins special that they were airing around that time, that they should get the Ultimate Warrior to do a segment with Phil Collins. And this clip does not have the opening to this, where Gilbert Gottfried and Vanessa Williams, playing television executives, suggest this idea because it is insufferable. But the segment that comes after it is just about the goddamn weirdest thing I've ever seen in wrestling. So let's have a look at this.
Okay.
Whoa.
So we got Phil Collins, kind of in a wrestling outfit. That's the Ultimate Warrior.
This is the song Two of Hearts.
The Ultimate Warrior. Now, professional wrestlers have incredible in-ring ability.
Certain amount of coordination,
The Ultimate Warrior does not have any rhythm, apparently, and it's very weird. And then I don't know why he's attacking Phil Collins.
What?
He's mad that he's been shown up as a dancer, and he's just had enough.
He's the champion.
Yes.
And so we're supposing that he's the good guy in this, but he's just beating up Phil Collins.
And Phil Collins is intent on continuing his lip sync throughout this.
Yeah. Phil Collins
Phil Collins is a goddamn professional. That's why.
So the way I found out about this video was when around this time when this came out, I had a subscription to WWF magazine because I was an idiot child. And they had a huge photo spread with this, and it was... my tiny child brain did not know what to make of any of this, because I love Phil Collins, let me tell you. But this did not make any sense to me whatsoever.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Phil Collins is, like, at this time particularly, likable.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior is a face. He's the champion. He's a good guy.
But I feel like that was the thing in every piece of like non-wrestling media that wrestlers appeared in. It didn't matter if they were a good guy or not. If the person from the sitcom or the musician or whatever was in the ring with them, they were always there to get their ass kicked.
Yep.
Just brutally.
Yeah, I don't know.
I also feel like this video is showcasing how boring and bad a wrestler the Ultimate Warrior was.
Yeah.
He was not a very good wrestler.
And eventually it was a dream sequence because they do this bubble fade. Like Phil Collins, imagine getting beat
And it just
up.
cuts to concert footage of the same song. So
Yes,
But
ma'am.
whose dream sequence was it?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Mine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the part of the video that didn't make any sense to me. Like, obviously, none of it makes any sense because when I think of the rock and roll connection, I think about, like, Cyndi Lauper. Like, I think about, like, you know, like, there was an era
Liberace.
Yeah, well, of course. There was an era, I felt like, where, like, MTV was like, wrestling is cool, and everyone knows, well, oh, okay, great. But I don't think Phil Collins when I think of that.
How did they actually pitch this to Phil Collins in real life?
I bet it was his idea.
Like,
I bet you.
He thought Hulk Hogan was still the champion. He thought he was getting Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining they presented him with a plate of cocaine, and then it just sort of like, all right, cool, yeah, all right.
Allegedly.
Yes, alleged.
An alleged plate of cocaine.
That fucking outfit he's wearing, though.
I know.
Yeah.
It's the.
You can tell Phil Collins thinks he's the funniest motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna wear this goofy outfit.
I mean, he's the funny one in Genesis, if that's something.
I don't know if that's true.
I feel like Peter
I think
Gabriel.
Peter
was funnier.
Gabriel
I think
seems
Peter
like a
Gabriel
cut-up.
was way funnier.
Okay, name another member of Genesis
Right.
besides those two.
Mike.
The other guy.
The guys that made up Mike and the Mechanics were from Genesis. So
All right,
there was
fine.
A
Sure,
Mike,
I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Let's pretend Mike played the drums.
He looks like the wrestling equivalent of like a 60s TV Batman villain. Like, it's just such a bad outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And I
great.
love it.
I think it's a great freeze frame.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to pull into the station here with our last segment with Mr. Eric Pope. Eric, I love this photo, and I asked if I could use it, and you said yes, and I was really glad.
How dare
Look at you being a dad.
How dare you humanize me?
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, Eric has a kid.
Little preamble here. I'm going to apologize. So I feel like I set a bar in my previous 2 appearances on this panel that I don't think I'm going to meet today.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
Yep, no, not
from lack of trying.
I would have preferred that today's content be as disturbing and upsetting as previous shows, but I've been a little too busy to really deliver the goods. I finally found one that I thought would top the show off, and Pat was like, nah, no.
So-
I'm not adding that to the list.
So I did meet the deadline. I had a super disturbing one, too, and he still wouldn't do it either.
Yeah, no, Pat is sort of a taskmaster. Sorry, Mrs. Bear.
Look, at PAX East, somebody who had been to the show previously was like, you traumatized my sister-in-law. And I was like, oh, no, I'm sorry.
If you can't handle a little humanimal in your life,
before I came in
I don't
here,
want to know
Humanimals.
Right?
before
I still don't understand how you showed all those Humanimal videos and you never showed the one with him as the horse set to Goodbye Horses. Like, that's the Humanimal video.
We all have our favorite humanimal video.
I had to show
Obviously.
the one where he doesn't know how to use a sword properly, and it makes me mad. Anyway,
Is that
look,
what was traumatizing? They
A
didn't use the
gentleman
sword, right?
outside came up to me as I was waiting to come in here and was like, I need to send you a list of fucked up videos that my friends and I watch. And I was like, oh no, that's what people think this show is. And it's fine. I do like stuff that is weird. I like stuff that is strange. But also, it's not all that. So, Eric, this is way too much of a preamble. Eric and I put together some fun videos. This first one, you probably saw. It got pretty popular.
Yeah.
I think it's sad, but also I think that these kids handle themselves pretty well.
It's just the perfect case study for comic timing.
Yeah. So you may have seen this video. This is definitely a talent show.
Yeah, it's like a middle school talent
First, I want to say before it kicks off, I like that kids still like Weezer, and good Weezer.
show. I would bet they learned this song from Rock Band.
Yeah, that's
You
totally
would.
possible.
You would bet that.
I would bet that.
What kind of parent buys their child an electric drum set?
It's
One that likes
pretty
quiet in
portable.
their home.
And
Monsters.
The timing is so good.
What do we do?
And then
Oh no.
they're thinking, should we fix it? Should we go? And then someone in the crowd, somebody in the crowd goes, we should clap.
That's right.
We better clap.
First rock and roll smashed keyboard.
Yep, fun
Good
enough,
save.
good
That's
enough
the-
joke guy.
That's the cool teacher at school.
That's a good enough joke. But yeah, I like the person in the audience that's just like, we should clap.
Yep.
Good try. I don't know.
You got to cover up for him. Yeah.
Also, look, I don't know about a keyboard in that song. I don't know about if he was
No,
also
keyboard
that kid was holding a microphone in one hand
Yeah.
and then playing one-handed when he started singing, and I don't know why there's not like get that kid a mic stand.
Yeah, and
I mean, also don't use a tiny keyboard stand for a large keyboard.
I mean,
That's
there are
just-
many solutions to this problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think the kid needs to be berated by you, Pat.
What? Look,
You should
I'm
send
only
them a
offering
letter.
solutions, okay?
Next video, please.
All right, next video. What the fuck?
Okay, this is the best motherfucking guy on the internet.
Yeah, okay, a couple people know about this one.
Fueled by beast blood. You fucking camping motherfucker.
I'm sorry, what?
No, wait.
Fueled by beast blood.
Oh, that fucking man, that pissed me off. You fucking...
Wait.
There's a really good metaphor for American culture in here.
Oh. He's
Just
gonna-
an angry white guy trying to destroy trees. Like, that is...
He's gonna
yeah,
get it.
you're right.
Fueled by beef blood.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Don't
I mean,
worry.
Okay, so what is beef blood and how does it fuel you?
Look, that's the only time he mentions beef blood.
That's what I fucking do to campers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna say camping and campers a lot.
He's a gamer. So the rest of his videos are like.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how it's done in the real world by a dog. I'm tired of this shit.
Oh,
Hold
man.
on, hold on, this one's really good.
Yeah, this is my favorite. Son of a bitch.
I feel like this guy listens to
And then
his
Let it go, man. Let it go. So he is only taking down dead trees. It's just.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
About over the football days down in the Cleveland Sanitation. You gonna camp, huh, son? You gonna camp, huh?
I need subtitles.
Yeah, so these trees are camping.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be camping.
So yeah, I guess he's like a big Call of Duty guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone knows him. Please.
Oh, camping like in video
Yeah,
games.
yeah. No, he hates
It took me a long time to think about that because at first I was like, trees aren't campers, dude.
This feels like a dude who was like a pretty decent defensive lineman in college that just didn't get drafted, and this is how he vents over the failed state of his life.
You'll never, ever succumb to the camper. Yeah, you were a little tougher than normal ones, but I ain't stopping.
Yeah.
He's not stopping.
Yeah, nothing will stop it. If he takes a couple tries, he'll do it.
Do you think that trees talk back to him? Like in his head? Nope.
I love that. He's
Oh!
like, yeah.
We doubted. We should never have done
And
it.
he ran away so fast on that one.
I get the impression he only knocks over
ain't gonna lie.
dead trees, like trees that are already dead inside. So
Oh.
he's not that bad a guy.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's a bad guy. I
He's
think
just clearing
weird
trees.
As fuck.
Now, you see that?
Did you see that?
See the damage it did to that? One shot, one kill right there.
What?
Yeah.
You
See,
didn't knock the tree
then
over.
that's where he loses me. Like
Yeah.
up at that point, I was like, yeah, man, take out those dead trees.
Although a 3-shot burst,
What?
it still hit the target dead on.
What?
Yeah, that. Like I said, he lost me when he started talking about murder.
This. Again, I think his other videos on his channel are mostly like Call of Duty things.
Yeah.
And this video, more than any other
Step
marketing,
your game up. Get better. Get run over.
has
Well, that's
made me want to play Call of Duty.
It's
Yeah,
so-
that
it's-
was just inspirational, really.
Yeah, it's sort of motivational.
I bet,
Activision should hire this guy.
I bet this guy's fans are awesome. Like the people who follow him on YouTube and are like, yeah, dude! Oh!
Yep. Yeah, and that was the one we were waiting for. There's more, and I don't care.
Yeah,
Watch
we
them.
gotta move into the next clip. So
Yeah.
I don't want to
But
give
it's
any
not
context to
30.
this next clip except to say this is also from my friends at Trash Night Video.
Yeah.
And it's real weird.
Wait, does it get wet? Wait, I need to know.
We're gonna go to Trash Night right after this one. We'll jump to the next video.
Does it get wet? Does it get wet?
Because this makes me happy.
Oh, it doesn't get that wet. Come on.
He gets real quiet, and I love it. Why is he so quiet? Why? What is
Water confuses him.
El Beastador.
Yeah, El Beastador. I don't know what that meant. I don't know what El Beastador is. All right. Yeah.
Oh no.
This was a Trash Night video. So this is what I'm saying, guys.
Let's turn the volume up on this.
This is still gonna be weird, okay?
This
This
tape
video
will
is
give you a
weird. I don't know what you're
brief
talking
overview
about,
of the
Poe.
installation process.
What?
First, remove all props such as Choo Choo's tree, Billy Bob's lamp, Billy Bob's campfire, all rocks and flowers, and destroy all of these props as they will not be used again. Now remove all cosmetics from the characters starting with Duke. First his hat, then belt, collar, and vest,
These are horrifying.
black vinyl torso, hair, gloves, cuffs,
You know what?
and drumsticks,
Let it go,
sleeves,
man.
mask,
Ah.
first do his jacket,
It's the monotone
Hands.
nature of the listing of things that gets me more than the visuals.
It's not the robot faces.
leg fur,
It's like, come on, man, this is weird. Acknowledge that this is weird. Monotone voice.
upper body fur, hands,
It's the music for me.
Yeah. Okay.
For
Yeah.
sure
Music
the
is also
music.
real bad.
What do you think the
Leg
musician
fur.
who made this looks like?
feet,
Looks like that robot.
Yeah.
and then the tree stump base.
Yeah. Gotta get rid of that tree
Now
stump.
Mitzi. Starting with her sweater,
This is a
Wait a
converted.
minute.
wig,
Yeah, I know.
Oh no.
I know.
Wait, what?
What?
Why does she? Was it?
ears, not the ear levers,
Yeah.
The system enhances the illusion
Yeah.
that I am a real person.
Yeah.
next will be Billy Bob. First was overalls,
Look, people buy these animatronics and reprogram them to do other
Body
things. This
fur.
is a video that's like how to convert one thing
Hands.
to another
They don't
thing.
need
First thing you want
explanation,
to do with Jasper is
They
to
don't need
exchange the
They
eyes
need a little
that
bit of
were in
context,
Rolf
Pope,
for the
so
eyes
they
that
don't
are in
cry.
Jasper.
The
Okay.
context isn't
So
making
Jasper
it
will
better,
have
Pat.
brown eyes.
Look, we only have 2 minutes left in this panel. The
Then
full
best.
video is going to be uploaded to
Shirt.
my
Wait,
website.
the end is the best
No,
part.
it's not. It's not the best part. It's not the best part. It's not the best part. We gotta move on.
Travesty collusion.
All right, Eric Pope. We're gonna
Wow.
move on. All
Well,
my
that
video.
was a bust.
All these videos are available on our website, 404ngit.com. It's a Tumblr. All this week, I'm going to post videos. Each day, I'll post other ones, so you'll be able to see them. So check out that site. We're running short on time, so I want to get to this. Maya.
Oh, right.
Hi.
Hi.
So I wanted to mention a T-shirt that people can purchase. This screenshot was taken earlier this week. I'm sure you sold more shirts by now. But this is
haven't checked it.
Cuties Killing Video Games, the shirt.
Yeah, the story being that basically my whole life, or my entire career in the games industry, I've been accused of doing wrong in video games just by making games or supporting games that aren't just Call of Duty. And my friends make games that are called walking simulators or, not games. And eventually I got really sick of hearing that, and so I thought, let's own it. Let's make games that are beautiful and aren't Call of Duty. That'll be a really good thing. And I thought, I'll just start a t-shirt campaign. You can see I was like, goal of 30, because this is funny, Cuties Killing Video Games. And then suddenly like 250 people bought my shirt. So the proceeds are going towards some cool stuff. Like I do a program where I feed a bunch of indie devs at conventions like this. I deliver them lunch and that kind of thing. So the proceeds are going towards that, because we need to
lunch.
eat.
Pretty cool.
Lunch is good. One of the best
So it's a
meals.
good cause, and then when people ask, "What does your shirt mean?" you just be like, "Some people don't like all kinds of games."
Yeah,
and you
it's
can
an
walk away.
all-inclusive, and I was gonna make it at first like women killing video games, because it was like a bunch of women talking about how we get accused of killing video games just for being women in the industry, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna be all-inclusive here. We're all cuties. We're all cuties.
Yeah,
Up down here.
you're all cuties.
There you go. Especially Alex.
I'm gonna jump. Pope,
Yeah.
you have a video game.
Yeah, we just announced a game this week. I'd like you to go and pre-order it on Steam right now. It's called The City Sleeps. I put postcards on some of your seats. Yeah, it's a shoot 'em up, and it's musical, and it's not the normal thing that Harmonix does, and it's on Steam for PC or Mac. Go get it. CitySleeps.com.
Alex, you write about sometimes write stuff, but also shoot videos about video games. You're on the East Coast. Giantbomb.com. GB East is your.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, we're not very good.
Okay.
Yeah, gamebomb.ru. Don't go there.
Our new Russian overlords.
I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, 4foringit.com is my website. Go to that. You'll see all these videos. On Friday of this coming week, I'm going to post some videos that I didn't think were right for this show that they submitted. I like to do that so you can see that I was right. Or you'll love it, whatever. Anyway, I always like to close with one image that I think you'll enjoy. This made me happy. This was at San Diego Comic-Con. That's just Lou Ferrigno and Mark Ruffalo met and posed for a photo, and that makes me really fucking happy for some reason. I don't know. That's it. Thanks, guys.